And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be unlocking the Final Coil of Bahamut. So, finally got turn 9 down. I'm very happy to have done it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video in case you haven't done it yourselves. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, I'm back with Urianger here in the Waking Sands, so let's do it. So, the quest is called Fragments of Truth. So it says, Urianger would speak with you regarding your mission to prevent Bahamut's return. So, man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illumineth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward getteth Mistress Alisaie, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she has chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Mithrie, remain by her side as her valiant blade, and she might see her quest to its conclusion. So, Mithrie, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Bahamut leading to the hulks, I've been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, though this discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nail Vandarnis unto his will, and though thou did consign the fallen Lagatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. Wow, it's difficult reading his text. So it says, you can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Bahamut. My lady, I might suggest that you visit the fragments again in Mithrie's company. Full off hath the Warrior of Light set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure that that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Wow, I really need to concentrate reading that. So, were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Mithrie is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Bahamut. One lies in the Burning Wall in eastern Fanaland, the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means to ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Cool, so we need to go to the Burning Wall, so the quickest way is to teleport to Camp Drybone. So let's go. It's still one of my favourite destinations since A Realm Reborn launched more than a year ago. In terms of teleporting, because it's kind of out of the way, but it's kind of close to a few other places, so that's why I've made it a favourite teleport area and I kept it that way. So the Burning Wall is here. So you have a choice, you can either go over the bridge or you can go through this long windy way. I'm personally going to go over the bridge. So it is nice to make progress with raiding and stuff like that. It's like I said though before, is that I mean each person has their own opinion. But for me, raiding is just one part of the game, it's just another factor of the world in terms of story, and once you see the story I don't see that much gain in doing it again. Like, I'm not the sort of person that has a need to clear the raids every single week and be the quickest in the world and all that stuff. That's just not me. I know that a lot of people do like that and they do aim for that and they work together hard to get that far, but I have really not ever been able to find a group that can sustain that level of commitment. Not in all of my years in MMOs, and I've been playing MMOs for more than 10 years. And it's just unfortunate because of my time zone, because I'm sure if I lived in the US, I would probably have a lot of people to play at the same time with, but because I'm in the UK, finding people in my time zone can always be a challenge, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's my rant over. But basically, yes, I am happy to get this done, to see the story. And it is pretty awesome, to be honest, but like I said, it's a one and done thing for me. Let's see how far we have to go. To here or all the way to the bottom. I guess we'll find out. I have to go all the way to the bottom. Oh, maybe not. Here he is. Here's Alisaie's assistant. So I say, are you not Mistress Menethil, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinus, madam, at your service. And may I say what an honour it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? Ahem, my lady. It shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an open to exist, I fear that we will struggle to reach it. We cannot give up, keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us naught to stand here and stare at the thing. Let's away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinus has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Mithrie. Okay, so now we need to go to Mordona. Right up here, so let's teleport straight there. And Revenant's Toll is my other favourite destination, so my third one is Costa del Sol. My free destination, you can get one free destination if you have the... what's it called? the security token for the game, either the software token or the physical one. If you have it enabled for your account, the one-time password, then you can choose one free location on your teleport list, which in my case is always Limsa Laminsa. One thing as well, if you've gotten this far into the game and you've finished turn 9, there's also a quest to unlock Savage Coil, which I will do in a separate episode. In case you were wondering what that quest was in Revenant's Toll, that's what the quest was, is to unlock Savage Coil. It's not anything I'll be doing anytime soon, but, you know, just having the option is nice. Okay, here's Alisaie's assistant. Probably going to be interrupted. So Alisaie's assistant says, "Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread." I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though, the tip of the fragment is exposed and the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry into this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it, we are losing precious time. What are we to do now? So, 'tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alisaie to the Cartonol processing plant in northern Fanaland. There all shall be made clear. Urianger has found a way. Then we must go to him at once. Is close to the Aethernet, which is always good. My apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Fanaland. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway does exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the Binding Call, 'twas at the crystal formation which layeth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? It's like, yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. But, that much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that the two intermittent hulks may share the selfsame ethereal egress. From this we did infer that the others may be connected in the likewise. Thus we did labour long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the selfsame stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of travelling to an unintended destination, that one might reach what we may call the headwater. We proposed to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I'm willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I cannot help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Nay, my lady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavour. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission? Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Cool, so let's now go back. So basically we're going to the place where we kept exiting, like turn 5 and turn 9. So I'm guessing they're going to use that to get into the final coil. Which makes perfect sense, I guess. And here they are. Nice little aether right there. So that must be the modified aether. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Livilleur. Alpha Node. So it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alpha Node be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Do you hear that, Alpha Node? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the aether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbids I should ever forget, Alisaie, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of Grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Lervilleur, I would present for his final moments. I'll be present, I should say. Very well, you may join us. One condition. I will make the decisions. If it please my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the Cardinal processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Awesome. So let's now go back to Erkenrad. So it's possible that the entrance to Final Coil of Bahamut is right here. I've been waiting for you, Mistress Menethil. I am pleased to say that the ethereal's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Fanaland and Mordona. It is to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake, if not your own. And that is all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word. I will send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just be on the safe side. Okay, so that's complete. So it says you now have access to the Final Coil of Bahamut. The subterranean labyrinth can be accessed by speaking with Erkenrad. For details such as condition of entry, speak with the Flame Sergeant. Awesome, so that's the entrance to Final Coil right there. So, anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.